Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Greeny and Craig live stream. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been away. Went to South America. It was a really fun time, actually. Somewhere I haven't been before. Nice to tick off another continent in my travels. Craig, how are you, mate? How's life treating you?
Yeah, man. G'day, GM, everyone. Man, I'm pretty good. Happy New Year's, Greeny. Merry Christmas. I haven't seen you since
Yeah.
when did we stream? About 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah,
Went fast.
probably was like late December or early Jan, I think I'm going to say. So, no, mate, Happy New Year to you as well. I mean, 2025 has already been a cook. We've got obviously so much to unpack today. I want to talk, obviously, the big thing at the moment. You and me both have gone viral for the Yapper or the Yaps / Kaito airdrop, which we'll talk about. That's probably going to be the main focus of today's live. I want to talk a little bit about Wayfinder because I think that's also something that people need to have on their radar. I've dropped the sign up link in the chat. Here we go. Let me just paste that again. Hopefully that works. There's the key. Yeah, there we go. So you can sign up for both of these completely free, guys. Highly recommend you do check these both out. I think they're definitely going to be cooks. But yeah, obviously we got memes popping off. We got AI tokens popping off as well, Craig. And a few different other things. We've seen Recoin pump today, which is great. That's some of my bags. BTC's back at 100K, guys. Sol's back over $210. ETH's back above 3.3K. Market's kind of chilling. We're seeing so much rubbish today from, well, not rubbish, like bullish rubbish, right? About Trump and what he's going to do in America. I mean, it's all bloody hearsay because at the end of the day, you have no idea until we maybe find out more information next week. But yeah, lots to unpack today, Craig. Where have you been spending more time? I know you have only just signed up for Kaito. Talk to me about why you did that, because I think a lot of people are like, which we'll talk about different strategies, because I think that's the main part. And what I tweeted this out yesterday. I said it's probably the best social fly platform / integration that I have seen. Think back to FriendTech, think back to Portal, think back to so many sort of these ones that we've seen over the past couple of years. This one is superior in so many ways, and we'll unpack that. But yeah, Craig, talk to me. Why did you sign up, and why you yapping?
So for me, I didn't know. Well, for me, it was the mindshare maps that people were sharing on X. So it wasn't a case of I wanted to be on Kaito, or however you say Kaito,
yeah,
or do any SocialFi stuff. I was more interested in the mindshare data that was coming out, and I didn't know that's where people were pulling the data from. And I thought the data was cool. And then I was like, I went and signed up to Yaps, and I was like, oh, fuck, is this where everyone's pulling that data from? And then I thought about it. I thought about it a bit more later when I got really bullish on it. But I was like, okay, I kind of checked it out. And what I thought was interesting is how they were sort of weaving a web or spider web between accounts, and then closely tracking how we were interacting with each other. So I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, because if they're collecting data, they might actually pay us to feed them the data, right? That's essentially what's happening right now. They're scraping data like Google, except they might give us a drop as a thank you for giving us a product for them. So I thought, should I sign up here? Because if it's a case of I just tweet like I normally do and I can collect an airdrop, then there's actually no downside, I suppose, apart from connecting my Twitter, or X. That's always man, I don't know if I want to call that a risk, but maybe. But fuck it, I'll run that one, man. Like, what are they going to do? Take over me and tweet something? Like, if I know token, guys, don't buy it. It's not me. But so I was like, I'll do it. And I spoke to a few people, and I said, "Are you on there?" And they said, "Cool." And I said, "Look, does it seem sus or whatever?" And then, nah. But by the time I was asking those questions, it was kind of already a couple of weeks in, so it was. I could tell it was decent.
Yeah.
And then I saw that tweet that Azuki and Memecoins put out saying they were collabing with them. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, these guys, I think what they're going to do is do ongoing. Well, this is my theory, is they'll do ongoing awards for users on there. And I don't mean just Yaps giving ongoing awards. I mean for companies that want to come in and get the Yaps data. Yeah. I think the fee to enter from Yaps, they'll say to that company, right, we want X amount, but we want our users getting X amount or an allocation as well. So kind of win for the company, win for us as possibly as users. And I think what's really bullish about that is then you might potentially be getting an airdrop from multiple companies, all based upon you simply tweeting as you normally do. Dude, that's a no-brainer.
I couldn't agree. You've summarized it perfectly. Yeah, exactly. You summarized it so perfectly. Like, and I mean, Easy put a tweet out yesterday too about it, and I completely agree. Like, the fact that you can tweet normally and it's not farmed. Sure, there's going to be engagement. Me and you both have kind of dropped a little bit of engagement, which you would normally do anyway to grow your Twitter account, to market. Like, that's just marketing, guys. Like, anyone that like ignores that fact, it needs to open their eyes to how to actually market on Twitter. But I agree with that fact that you said. Like, the fact that you and me can go about our normal tweeting and actually maybe even think about it in a different way now. Maybe tweet a little. Like, I haven't written a thread in months, so I was like, you know what? Let me drop my thread about the Zuki trade to my Jurison, and I mean that got 60K views. So like, it's like, yeah, okay, it rewards authentic engagement that like people like you, me, Easy, a lot of these other people like Whale, Swoosh, like all these people that are gone semi-viral for a long time. It's like, it's great to see those sort of people rewarded. And what I also love is I'm seeing a lot of small accounts be rewarded, right? For replying to people, for having proper engagement. And like you said before, the data is connected between people who have more followers and the people that are following them in the comments section and then providing value there. And so they're being rewarded for Yaps. And so I think like in the coming minutes, we'll talk about different strategies, but it's just crazy. Like, I want to share this because if we look at this is wild to me. Like
these flew, man.
These are up. Like, I remember seeing this at like 3-4 ETH here a couple of weeks ago and going, oh, like I need to, like, I should have maybe dove in and been like, does this help me in a particular way? And I still actually don't know what the alpha is.
I don't know if anybody does, dude. Like,
the
what
NFT,
the fuck are these 7 ETH?
I have no idea, but I mean, like, there's only
a lot of money.
There's only 925 owners, 62%. That's pretty good. I know Zeneca did mint one of these. So early on, like classic people who have like a great mind share already, great Twitter presence, are always going to get early alpha to these sorts of plays. But I mean, I should chat to him about what the actual play is with these and whether this is like, I mean, probably not now, but like, was this worth a buy at this 4 ETH range when it went south?
What did they mint for, Greeny?
They were have a guess. Have a guess how much it minted for.
0.05?
Yeah, 0.1. 0.1 ETH.
Oh, 0.1. Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
okay, Zeneca's laughing. Holy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you're not going to sell this if it gives you extra like airdrop tokens. I mean, like, if you were in the top, I think it was top 500 for like the last week or so, you got 0.2 ETH for free as an airdrop as well. So, like, I mean,
that also got my attention, that part. I was like, okay, these guys are dropping ETH, so they're hungry for your data, man. And I like a company that's going to aggressively pursue my data. I'm happy to sell it because for me, they're scraping it anyway, dude.
Exactly. Like, so many people are like,
on Facebook as we speak. So,
dude,
don't be precious with your data.
I mean, we had in Australia, we had the Medibank, we had the Optus leaks. Like, my data's gone, bro. Like, people can do whatever they want with my data. I'm like, I might as well just accept that and just keep trying to farm it as best as I can, particularly now that it's in crypto. So, I mean, like, I know, Craig, what you're up to, but I'm up to 170 Yaps. I've only been taking it seriously. Like, I signed up for it a couple of weeks ago. Like, I mean, like, I think, am I 7 days? Let's have a look. Am I over a week? I'm going to say a little bit long. Yeah. So I've got 99 in the past week, which ranks me at 360, which is not too bad when you think about it. Like,
you're
for someone that,
dude.
Which hasn't, like, I haven't spent much time. However, in the last 24 hours, yes, I have spent a lot of time trying to be like, okay, I need to farm this a little bit more. And I've got 50 Yaps in the past 24 hours, which puts me in the top 100 across the whole platform. So, I mean, the biggest takeaways is what I've learned is authentic content obviously comes first. Okay. Like I said before, authentic content, it comes very natural to me and you and other people out there because that's what we do every day. Okay. People like Liam as well. Tyler D, another great example of a guy that provides value every single day. Obviously, ISO Beast has been awesome. Yeah, ISO Beast, massive AI base, AI agents, and Sammy as well. He's probably on this list here. Those two obviously have been talking a lot about market share in terms of AI and those sorts of play. Then obviously you have your standard sort of people as well, like OSF. You have obviously Ansem at the top. Mert is a massive account. You obviously have Farouk as well, Whale as well. But Whale provides a lot of value in my opinion compared to some of these other accounts. So I like the fact that I'm at 50 Yaps in the past day. I gotta keep this going. And I mean, Craig, like, you went crazy viral for your tweet this morning. Was it this morning? I think I saw it.
That was yesterday night. Okay. But with your jet lag, it probably was morning for you. But it was yesterday night. I earned my first one. And obviously I'd been trying for a couple of weeks. And I was like, how the F do you get this friggin'? But I think what it might be a case of is for your first week or two, I suspect maybe the algorithm's kind of just looking you over and making sure you're not a bot. Because it's funny, as soon as I got my first one, not that this is insane, I mean, engagement is mental on there. For me anyway, I mean, that many likes and replies for me is not bad.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was once I got the 1, now I'm on 6.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's like it's recognized me as a user now, and now rewarding me not per post necessarily, but well, let's put it this way: I got nothing for 2 weeks, and I got 6 in 18 hours. So look, it's not massive, but I think it's kind of probably one of those things that's a snowball effect, and I suspect my 6 will escalate pretty big. I hope I'm sort of like you. The thing I liked about it, the thing that put me off at first was like, man, I don't want to have to farm my timeline, and I don't want to piss off my followers.
Exactly.
Because like I've spent a fair, you and me have spent time putting out, I think, decent content over the time. Yes, some of it turned out to be rubbish, of course, but I think probably 7 out of 10 calls are pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So to get rewarded in an organic way where I don't really have to change how I do it. In fact, you kind of touched on it a little bit. What I found it did for me is it actually made me more mindful with my posts.
Absolutely.
And that's a good thing, regardless of whether I get an airdrop or not, to be honest.
And I think this actually, like, it also helps you like grow, like naturally, right? This might end in a month, it might end in a couple of weeks, it might end in 6 months. We don't know. But this actually helps. Like, this helps promote your brand, right? And for me and Craig, right, like that's massive. Like Twitter is one of the main areas that we find job opportunities, token opportunities, connections in the space. That's how Craig and I connected over a year and a half ago. Like it's opportunity, right? And like, I like that it incentivizes you to do your normal things, but maybe even think about it even more deeply than previously. And then find a bit of engagement. So like, I mean, like, yeah, this was a 100% engagement post. I never thought it would be this viral personally. I just was like just classic as I do, some analytics, throw it in there, see how it goes.
And like, as well, right?
Exactly. And I mean, like, I've earned 50 in the past 24 hours. That's sick. And I mean, I have dropped a few other things as well. Like, but I think like this is what I mean. Like, look at this. Like, it's just classic, just tweeting, right? Like a big shift. My wife and I is like just some in real life situation stuff, and you still get good engagement on this sort of stuff. So I mean, just be simple. Okay, definitely recommend being a verified subscriber on X. It boosts your engagement so much. Okay. Would highly recommend it. There's another one I put out. Actually, it might be on the tweet already. Hold on, let me find it. Another one with the strategies, because that's where I want to go through as well. But I mean, like, my engagement's been crazy the last 24 hours. So it's probably fair that I've got 50 yaps. Like, I've had I don't even know. I could probably show you guys my analytics in a sec. Hold on. My dupe allocation, pretty mad about that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro, I need to speak to you. Can you connect your bloody BullX wallet to that?
You need your private key. You need a private key to connect that to Phantom, to import it there, then connect your Phantom wallet as the imported key into.
Is it gonna put me down as a bot?
Yes. So I have people that told me about Trojan and BonkBot that qualified, and
they did?
I never used Trojan, but I used BonkBot for a long time, and I didn't qualify. So you can appeal on the website. So I'm going to appeal my wallets and say, hey guys, like, I'm legit a trader.
Same. And the volume you and me would have put through, dude, on some of those soul coins, I'm like, man, I'd have a fat drop because Jesus.
Exactly. But I think I know T Ward. Shout out to T Ward in the GTG community. He looked into the transactions, and so I think at some point some of them don't have Jupiter aggregator. Some of them do have Jupiter aggregator as a very small percentage. But I mean, if you think like I would have traded over $100 million worth of volume on Memecoins, okay, over the past 18 months. So across my bots. And so for me, I won't, I'm like, surely at some point that means that I've had at least a couple thousand, tens of thousands across Jupiter as an aggregator. So I think I would
have thought so.
Yeah, I'll appeal mine as well. So, I mean, I only got on my main Solana wallet, but no, I don't normally swap on the DEX anyway, except for obviously since Pengu dropped, I have been using Jupiter to swap Pengu. So I mean, I should qualify again next year, but pretty much that's my strategy. I might appeal the decision, but unless you have your private key for Photon and BullX, you won't be able to qualify on those wallets. Gotcha. But let's talk strats, because as we just saw, like I gave an example of your tweet. I showed you a couple examples of my tweets. And these are some strategies that I think it's just normal Twitter growth. Like I know me and you, like we focus a lot on Twitter growth as well. I've grown my account to nearly 28K in the space of 2 years, let's say. So it's about consistency. It's about being authentic over time. But here are some strategies I put out a couple of days ago. But essentially, you want to be yapping quite often. So what I mean by that is just by posting normally, quantifying it as often as possible. So I use scheduled tweets. I go to bed, like last night I was in bed by 9 because I was jet lagged, but I scheduled tweets to about 1 a.m. in the morning. They still create value over time. Obviously, I'm not replying then, but you do want to spend time replying, because replying also adds value to yourself, but obviously to other accounts as well. But then obviously also notifications on for larger accounts. So, I mean, I've got notifications on for quite a few people so that I can see their post straight away and provide value to them as well. Chad, waffling about another. Chad, this is easy money, brother. All right, I'm going to call you out. Chad, in the comments, bro. Easy money, okay? Yeah, shit so boring. Yeah, shit could be
Chad's definitely trolling.
Could be a 5-6 figure airdrop, but okay, bro. No dramas. No dramas, bro. That's fine by you. That's fine by me. Providing actual engaging replies, educational analytical posts, and perform better as schedule yaps, as I just said before. Craig, what are your strategies?
Yeah, so I'm sort of working on that now. I mean, I don't know, with my post that went quite viral, obviously I've started getting yaps from that. But I did notice today, if I started hitting the replies quite fast, so I don't know if if it's time sensitive, but perhaps it seems like it might be. And I wonder if there's a window of time that if you reply within, that you actually you get something for that. And I'm guessing the other thing I want to know, other than time, is length of reply.
Yeah.
If you just say, "Oh, thanks, brother," GG, let's F and go. I doubt that stimulates the algo for them. I'm not sure. If it does, I think that'll be a bit easy. So I wonder if they've got a character limit as well. You've kind of got to hit to get that as well. So I wonder if it's how quickly you reply. So probably short answers replies, I'm finding now starting to work for me.
I think it's like if you come to like here, so you go onto the platform and you can sign up. I shared it before in the comments. Here it is again. But essentially, if you come here, look at the CT leaderboard, follow these accounts, right? These are the people that provide value in Kaito Yaps. So in other words, these are the people you want to be following and like working out how they tweet, how they strategize their particular tweets. There's some smaller players that aren't on this list that I would highly recommend checking out as well. But this is over the 30 days. I suppose if you go over the last 7 days as well, over the top 20, you can start to work out who some of these people are. So Liam, for example, he is mad good. Like follow Liam for sure. If you look at this guy, he is so good with his content. So, and look at this, like he's just gone crazy like this. I wish for some reason I can't look at my data. I don't know how to look at my data. I don't know if it's because I'm not big enough. I don't know. But yeah, like you come here, have a look at who Vitalik's talking about. Okay. You can link. This is what I mean. Like Craig said before, like look at this data that they're collecting, right? Like there's NFT stats, who's connecting with Thread Guy, who's connected with Tyler D, who connects back to them, who connects with D's. That's what I mean. Like this is sick. D's and Beanie over with Thread Guy as well. So you can be in so many. This is Cigar as well. Who's connected with Bread, obviously. This is what I mean. Who connects with Cook, who connects with Easy. Like, that's what I mean. Like, as you start to realize who connects with who, like how you can dabble into different groups, that is how you can farm the airdrop even more, in my opinion, okay? Yeah. Do I really have to follow Ansem, man? No, Damo. I don't follow Ansem. I do not follow Ansem.
There's plenty of other good accounts to follow, like
100%.
Greeny, that are pumping out good content and are earning mad yaps. So if you guys, I guess for me, what I'm kind of doing now, like Greeny's speaking about, is finding good accounts. And what's really cool is I had a few people say to me when I was kind of, I suppose, shilling this and saying, guys, I think that's probably good to farm, and for lack of a better word, they were like, oh man, I don't have a follower base like you, so I don't know if it's worth it. I said, man, I've seen some accounts on there with 2,000 followers who've got like hundreds of yaps.
Yes.
So it's not I mean, I'm sure a bigger X following, I'm sure helps, right? It has to help. But man, it's, to be honest, from what I'm seeing, it's no excuse.
Yeah. Like here, like this is a great list right here, guys, of authentic people in the last 7 days of Yapper mindshare. Lamboland, absolutely smashing it. I've been following him for a while. Great follow. ISO Beast, again, like I said before, one of the top AI creators at the moment. Kermit, very underrated. Kermit, great content.
Right. Kicks as well.
Kicks on there as well. Great underrated play. B-Check deserves way more followers, bro. He works so hard. Walls as well. Great to see Walls up there, a Doggo holder. Leon as well. I'm going to hopefully jump on a live stream with Leon next week. Whale obviously has moved down a bit, but this is what I mean, guys. Come on here, dive into who's actually maybe creating a lot of content and work out who maybe the best players are to follow, okay? Because that's it. But I mean, come back to CT leaderboard at the top, and you can dive into all these sorts of stats as well. But yeah, AI agents as well. This is where you can maybe find some potential plays that are currently charging. I don't even know. Thales is a good one. Rec Guy's moving up 1.5%. AI expertise down a lot percent. It's down probably nearly 30%, guys. So this in itself shows you potentially where some particular players, Zero Bro as well, losing mindshare means that its token's probably going to go down as well. So simple plays like this, like you said, Craig, the data within this platform allows you to actually dive deeper and deeper into it. If you want to focus on anime content, come here and look at who's talking about it. Obviously, the two big players are obviously Whale and Zagabond, but Seven, been following him for a while. Min, been following him for a while. Zoo, another great anime person, okay? Those sorts of people are fantastic to follow. If you want to dive deeper, okay, who's talking about Monad? Let's have a look. Okay, this is what I mean. Like, you can farm different ways in the data that they provide here. Okay, and I wonder if they will open up more opportunities. I would hazard a guess that they say yes. But who's talking about Say? Like, this is what I mean. I don't even spend time in the Say land, and you've still got data here on the 7 days about Say and what's happening there. I mean, I did pick up some Say recently. So yeah, I do. There's a comment here about being verified. 100%. Yeah, verified helps you get so much reach. It pushes you up the leaderboard as well. So this is, I'd highly recommend being verified. It's definitely worth it. It's only like, I don't know, like $10 or something, $13 a year, a month. So yeah, definitely worth it. So this is me over the past sort of week. So yeah, here you go. So before Yaps launch, I was top 2.2%. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. So this obviously hasn't updated to my latest farming over the past week. So maybe I do go up quite a bit. But yeah, top 2.2%. I was ranked about 8.9K when I started, which put me at about 600 smart followers, I think. Which put me in emerging CT, as you can see up the top here, rather than on the platform completely. So I have moved up about 0.3% over the past couple of weeks. I would expect this to probably go up a little bit more over the past couple of days as well. So next update, guys, is on Sunday. So that's in a couple of days' time. So definitely want to keep an eye on. But yeah, I definitely would recommend checking out their platform. Like, this is so much, it's different, right, for me, right? It's, like we said, it's different. Like, they have such good technology as well. They've been building for a long time. Okay, Lamboland has been talking about it. A few other accounts have been talking about it for quite a while as well. Dive into the tech side of it, and that fundamentally in itself should show you that you should be farming this. And then dive into actually the social integration that Craig and I have been talking about.
Yeah, there's quite a few glaring reasons why I think people should jump on here. And even if you weren't farming the potential rewards for it, the data that you can collect and then, I guess, aggressively pursue people in different areas just to increase your X engagement is handy for I suppose, just to grow your account. Exactly. Like, I can't, it's a great tool, dude. I think people will over time come to realize how useful this will be. And the real kicker will be you're getting paid to actually grow your account on X, which in turn actually pays you, because you'll get paid on X. I get paid for being on X. Yeah. So it's kind of get paid twice now to tweet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, we don't know how much this is worth. If it's $10, okay, I've already got a 1.6K airdrop. Okay. If it's $100, I've got 10K. Like, that's what I mean. You just don't know. You just don't know.
And then you don't know what the anime drop will be for that, the rewards for that. And I mean, if all of those stack, man, those Yaps you're earning right now could end up being worth quite a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, and apparently this is going on for a couple months too. It's not just a quick thing. This is going to be around for a while. So it's going to take dedication. It's going to take consistency, and those people who stay patient are going to be rewarded the most.
It'd be good if they did this for a fair while, as far as I'm concerned, because I think it's going to help in various ways. Now, I did see a tweet they put out as well saying they can't keep up with the partnerships that they've got heaps of companies reaching out to them wanting to partner.
How bullish is that?
So that companies want the data, dude. They want that data, and yeah, that's that. I mean, why would you want to partner with them?
Yeah.
Other than that, what do they provide? They know everything about everyone. So that's why I'd be partnering with them. So I'm looking forward to seeing who wants to partner with them. And like I said, the other great thing was, obviously with the Azuki partnership or Memecoins, that's kind of a nice little tip of the hat, right? From a pretty big blue chip brand, which I suspect will bring others.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so as well. Like, it's really interesting. Like the fact that I don't have abstract on here is probably the one that I think might get added.
Yeah, that'll be cool, huh?
Particularly because they've got Berachain, Monad on here as well. I think abstract could be a play, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe when I chat to Leon next week, he might have a little bit more information. We'll see. But just the last point on this topic here, this is the alpha right here, guys. Look at this. This person has 220 followers. 220 followers. They have earning Yaps, 11 Yaps. Look at it. Okay, this person has 288 followers, 12 Yaps, 15 Yaps for 289. So you can have an account as small as 200 followers and earn some Yaps.
And they're smashing me. Yeah, that's
look at this, 40, 32 for 400 followers. This is what I mean, guys. So it's so good. It's so good, right? Because this is enabling so many people. So this is me. I'm ranked 26 currently on the emerging Yapper. So smart followers, there you go. Smart followers under 1,000. Okay, so I'm well below that. I need 350 followers to get me up to there. So it's also interesting, like supporting these sorts of people rather than the big creators too means that you can both sort of level up together. So for me, Kermit's a great follow. Towels was one that we saw before, who's creating a lot of content as well. So maybe looking into him as well at 7.5K. But I mean, like, come here, look at the last 48 hours, look at the 7 days. There's so much data here, guys. And you can find some of the best sort of followers to maybe see on this side of developing. Like maybe we go the last week on emerging. Sorry. So who are the ones that are maybe up and coming, who are maybe closer to getting, so this person here, Poopman, whoever that is, he's probably going to go off emerging Yapper to a market value soon. But yeah, I mean, it's good data, Craig. I think it's definitely not a bad play.
Yeah, it's weird. You see, I've got over 1,000 smart followers as well, but I'm still emerging.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I look you up? I see the one thing I don't like about this platform is I can't search.
That's what I wonder if I can.
What rank are you currently on the last 24 hours?
Rank in the last 24 hours.
Or hold on, my following. Maybe on my list. Let's have a look. Here we go. Craig, here we go. Found you. So yeah, you've got 1,000 smart followers, bro. Yes. And you've got followers at 19. Yeah, so you've got really good stats here.
Yeah, mine are quite good on there.
Better than mine.
Yeah, I was quite surprised when I jumped on when I first signed up. I was quite high up in the whatevers.
Yeah.
I didn't have any Yaps, but I was high up in the, I guess, smart follower category.
That's interesting.
God knows I guess it'll benefit me because I guess when I interact with my smart followers, I get Yaps quicker than someone who doesn't, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it hasn't changed like on mine. It's still emerging CT.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know when that maybe I have to be on there for a certain amount of time as well. Possibly. But it's interesting. And the other thing that you and me spoke about offline was I've got no referral Yaps. I'm like, not one. I don't know if that's because people haven't or they haven't added it yet, but
I think it's maybe the ad, because I'm sure I'd have at least 10 or more.
Man,
referrals.
I must have one. Like I did it 2 weeks ago. I shared it, but like I was pretty early. I'm like, no one clicked the link, you dirty dogs.
I know. So like, it's really interesting though, like looking at the smart. But again, my biggest query is even though this is decentralized data, it's still centralized because what determines the smart follower? Like how?
Correct.
That's the question I ask. Like why is someone a smart follower and someone else is not a smart follower?
That's what I can't. Yeah, so that's correct. So without seeing under the hood, but maybe that's what the partners who come on board with them, they get to see under the hood, right? You and me probably don't get to see that data unless we kind of grease their palms a bit, Greeny.
Yeah. And like for me, like really interestingly, looking through this list, it's okay. A smart follower must be a couple of different things. So someone like Zeneca who has 385,000 followers, right? Only has 1.5% smart followers. Okay. So that shows me that maybe he doesn't have a lot of connections in terms of people that maybe are on exchanges or big platforms or providers like that. Ray from the Badogos, has a 10.02% smart followers, and he only has 4,000 followers. So, and he obviously works for the Badogo community, has a lot of partnerships, probably talks a lot with other people. So
I see what
that's what I mean. Like maybe people like you and me, like obviously you're better than me as well, but like people like you and me, like look at Solstice, another classic example of someone who talks a lot of shit, and who just tweets a lot.
What's his smart followers and so?
0.8%, 0.8. So like, and then Node again, Node's part of like really good integrations with the art side of crypto and stuff like that. Johnny Utah, okay, again, another big partnership guy, 13.3%. So really interestingly, I think it's people who maybe maybe work more directly with actually builders in the space, I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think so, because some of those numbers are astronomical.
Oh, I know. Like B-Check, another classic example, 10.5%. Someone that creates market value every single day. Okay, has newsletters, has connections in the space, has obviously been paid for marketing. So really interesting seeing those sorts of people have a higher market share compared to like even like D's at 2.2%, right?
Yeah,
so,
true. Yeah. I see D's is cleaning up on there a little bit, I think.
Yeah. He's probably a cook, bro. I mean, he's got so many followers as well. So it's an easy way to. But this is really cool. Like he's been it's really cool to see like how they're tracked. But this, hey, let's go. I'm above him. I'm above him in the last 24 hours. But
your data's there. Sick. Okay.
Yeah. So this is me over the past. So I started at the end of December. So not too bad. So it says I'm top 1,000 at the moment.
That's
top
good.
1,000. Not too bad. Like look at Leon. Leon's been posting and streaming a lot. He's top 300. Okay. D's was 34th overall. So that's pretty crazy. But this is my follow list. So who I follow. So I mean Tyler D. Let's have a look where he's ranked as well. 49th. So this is what I mean. If you provide value, you'll be cooking. You'll be cooking.
Tyler's going to be enjoying this, what can I call it, platform, man, because Tyler puts out banger posts every day. His stuff's so good.
Yes.
He'll kill it, which is, man, and that, I guess, is what I think is the cool part, is that I rate us. All the people that are earning the most yaps I actually agree with.
Yes,
like,
I
think they should have those yaps because their content is so good. Like everybody on that list, their content, like when I look at Tyler's content's better than mine. You know what I mean? Like I can kind of say, yeah, they deserve to be there. Whereas Friendtech, the downside to that was, by the way, guys, don't fade this, man. I'm telling you, because I farmed Friendtech and it was good, real good. And the problem with Friendtech is people like me that were quite organic, I guess, you kind of got done over by the farmers who came in and Sybil, however you say it, they came in and farmed it so heavily. So they took away such a large token allocation from people like me. So not that I'm whinging, I got a good payout for it, but my payout could have been much bigger if those farms weren't allowed to have taken, the lion's share of the token drop. So what I like about this is it looks like people that post good, basically if you post good shit, you're going to get paid.
Yeah.
So
it's as simple as that.
I like that. I reckon that's super fair, man. Super fair.
Such a sick way to, again, be rewarded for just posting every single day, right?
And I mean, I'm not saying that because I've got 500 guys. I've got 6. So I'm not miles ahead of anyone. I'm on the ground level with everyone else. So I'm not shilling my bags here. Guys, come in. I've only earned my first yesterday, so I don't think you're late. To be honest, I think this has got heaps more to go, man. There's still tons of people I know that aren't on here.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to come across. Once the airdrops start happening, man, people lose their minds.
Exactly. And just to show you, like, I've obviously earned 50 in the past day, was it? 52 in the past 24 hours.
It was silly.
Here's some behind the scenes stats for you, okay? I don't share this very often, but I had 465,000 impressions yesterday. So 500,000 impressions yesterday.
Wow.
Whereas normally I rank, like, here, I'll show you over the past couple of weeks. Again, I've been away. So like normally I average, about 150,000. So over the past 24 hours, I purposely went about it. And as you can see, it's gone up 3x to my normal amount. Like look down here, which obviously gives you more followers as well, gives you more. But look at this, Craig, as well. We spoke about replies. Look at my reply bar down there. I mean, you can't quite see it. Look at my reply bar down there. It is astronomically larger than when I previously did. So if you're a reply guy, provide value, and you can also get some yaps, in my opinion. So that would be my strategy as well.
And I think for the smaller accounts that are listing, I think the reply strategy is going to be the one that works really well for you to earn apps, because like we saw before, there's people there with smaller accounts earning yaps. So I suggest they're putting out good content, but they must be replying feverishly, which, seems like hard work at the start, but once it starts rolling, I think it'll be pretty good. And in my experience with these sorts of things, with airdrops and that, they can be quite lucrative.
Yeah,
and especially in a
absolutely.
bull run, man. Friendtech was in a
Exactly.
bear market.
Exactly.
This
Yeah.
is in a bull run, dude. And I think Friendtech, just to throw some numbers out there, I think just from the airdrop, I might have got about 12,000 US, something like that. So,
Oh my gosh.
like, man, that's 20,000 Australian for doing not very much, man.
And that,
So
like, to earn
I've
that
done
in a
worse
day
things
job.
for way less money, put it that way.
Exactly. Exactly. To earn like 20K Australian, that's like 3 months of work, if not
Man.
more, probably. Like, it's
that was money for doing stupid shit. And for me, again, this is better because we don't have to do the whole, oh, you buy 3 of my keys and I buy
yeah.
3
Yeah.
of yours, and then, oh, did you dump my keys? And everyone gets all shitty. No one
Yeah.
owes anybody anything on this. I like that. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, we can help each other semi farm it, but the thing is that the content still has to be good.
Mhm.
So even though we actively farm it per se, you still have to be thoughtful. So
Yeah.
it's not as like, it's hard, but I think that's what's going to make the juice worth the squeeze.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a good segue over to another AI play, which I think is going to be a very easy cook right now. Obviously, this Wayfinder, I've shared it in the chat. Would highly
Mhm.
recommend signing up. It's literally free, guys, and it's going to be such a cook. So, they are essentially associated with um, Prime and with the parallel avatars and blah 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 blah. So within that, you can obviously jump on. Okay, this is what the website looks like. As you can see, you will be able to have agents very soon that can do a lot of different things, includes transactions, builders, autonomous agents. So you'll be able to send money to wallets. You'll be able to trade probably all these sorts of things. So I'd highly recommend checking it out. You can obviously set up different wallets and stuff in here as well if you want the premium version. So I'd highly recommend checking that in there. But essentially, pathways, navigating the blockchain for pathways to optimal user experiences. So dive in the Discord if you want more information. But pretty much, if you refer people on the platform, you get 1%, or the people who refer get a distribution of 1% of the whole prompt supply. Now, prompt is the token that is coming out very soon. And if you are staking your Echelon Prime token, which is a gaming platform token, I think it's up to $15 or something. You can also earn further rewards to then unlock more prompt when the supply drops in the near future. So for me, I did buy a little bit of Prime recently. Again, this is a token that Kix shared at $2 in the middle of the bear cycle.
Whoa.
So shout out to Kix. Yeah, he shared it way back here at $2. So it's at $15. It's probably still worth a buy here if you believe in the project, but they're a massive platform. Okay, they have been building a game for quite a while. They have obviously their parallel avatar NFTs as well. They had a trade card game as well, enables games to leverage blockchain features. So this is probably a really good play in my opinion. And Wayfinder looks to be the AI that is currently using that platform, or the prompt token as well. So very simple, guys. Sign up, shield this referral to other people. More information likely drops very soon. Here you go. Like, here's an example of prompt as well. So this is an example of the full application, which I don't have access to yet. But yeah, can you create a path that allows parallel TCG players to claim their game? Blah, blah. That's a great find. Bang. There you go. Does it for you. So, I mean, it's just sick, Craig. It's sick to look. Bang. There you go. Prime unlock. So, like, AI, it's sure. A lot of people are scared. It's like, particularly AGI. People are like, oh yeah, shit, that's fair enough. Like, that taking over, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, like, for stuff like this, it just makes every day so easy. Like, I use ChatGPT most days. AI will make trading so much easier, all that sort of stuff as well. So I think, particularly in crypto, it's probably worth dabbling a bit into these, particularly if it's free, like we just spoke about with the Kaito airdrop, and obviously with this as well. So that's my thesis there. Have you spent much time in this?
I saw you post about it before in the chat, so I jumped in and signed up. So I have done all that now. Really easy for anyone who's listening who hasn't signed up. It was super easy. It was probably one of the easiest ones to sign up to. Just to email, create your password, and it creates your wallets for you. What's a Sol wallet and Ethereum wallet? It does. So and then you can export you can export the keys and all that, and get your own wallets and yada yada, MetaMask and all that. So you don't have to use their wallets if you don't want to.
Yes.
Which is super cool to see. You can actually take control away. But no, I don't know anything about it. Obviously, I just jumped on because you said jump on, so I signed up, and then I'll start to kind of. But I like the stuff. I like
exactly. Oh man, and the fact that, like,
my brain a bit.
It's fresh. It's not some fucking meme coin, right? In the trenches.
I need something new, man.
It's so refreshing, and I mean, we've been trading. trading NFTs as well. It's been so good. I've been so sick of all that other stuff.
Yeah, NFTs has been nice, and it's nice to come over and dabble in this sort of stuff, because I haven't dabbled much in AI. Not to say this is dabbling too much in it, but this Wayfinder looks like it may be quite thorough or quite deep. So that one where it said they're creating bounties, that's really sick, man.
So No G's coming in, said there's not really anything to do with Wayfinder yet. Yeah, correct. It's not live yet. They're obviously still in beta or even alpha. I'm not sure. If you're cashing Prime, so pretty much if you own Echelon Prime, send us that wallet. You can sign up there, stake it on there, and you can cash Prime, and then you'll earn even more prompt as well if you're someone that owns that as well.
So at the moment, Greeny, with Wayfinder, it's at the moment to farm it. Really, we're just getting referrals out there.
Pretty much, it's either referrals or staking Prime. Cool. Those are the two best strategies. Okay, let's segue over here, Craig, because I know me and you are very fascinated by this, particularly as our country seems to be so far behind the crypto ball over here in Australia.
Yeah.
Far out, man. I've read some crazy updates from the Trump presidency over the past couple of days. Sexy and I've been talking about it quite a lot in GTG. Man, holy shit, this could be insane.
The strategic reserve and stuff like that with XRP and Sol.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Wow. My bags. Wow.
Pump my bags.
Please. Go. It actually doesn't even matter. Just the rumor alone's good, man.
Exactly.
I don't even care if it's real or not. This price rides on rumors at this stage.
What's your thesis on this? Are you stoked about this? What are we thinking?
I'm stoked about it. Whether it comes true, I don't know. But let's put it this way: he's saying all the right shit, man.
Yeah.
He's saying all the right stuff. Look, Biden wouldn't have said this.
No, hell no.
Camilla wouldn't have said this. So this is perhaps one example of maybe we should be thankful that this gentleman, whatever his name is, it doesn't matter what he looks like or who he is pumping our bags. Replace Trump with Derek. Derek's talking about a strategic reserve of Solana and XRP, guys. So if that doesn't turn you on, then Jesus, I don't know what will. Ethereum holders must be having their jimmies rustled at the moment, seeing Solana named again. And even worse, XRP, I thought was quite humorous, considering the grief it got.
Well, did you see the Gary came out literally days before that Biden ends and tried to appeal the decision about XRP being a security. It's just such a lol.
Well, I mean, has that been thrown out yet though? Or
but he came out and appealed it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. But I mean, it's crazy. The amount of things I'm reading about cryptocurrency right now. Here we go. Yeah, Ripple's chief legal officer says the SEC's lawsuit appeal is likely to be abandoned by the next
of the SEC.
Yeah,
because I guess Gary Gensler is going to be out of a job when Trump comes in. And I'm guessing, man, if they continue the case from that point, that would be a nightmare for XRP. I suspect they'll back out of it, and it sounds like the news headlines are pretty much alluding to the fact that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
isn't it? That's what it looks like. And obviously, it looks like the pump's front running the official news.
Yeah. It seems that way.
So be wary entering on XRP now. That thing's running hot, man.
Oh, it's so hot. It's so hot. It's up crazy amounts. Look at this. It's up crazy amounts.
Yeah, I actually bought it on that pullback.
Same.
Wicks there, luckily, but not. I actually was a bit gun shy. I didn't go in real heavy, and now I'm like, it's the classic. Damn it! But I put my toes back in. But I used to own a shitload of XRP, man. So damn. But hey, congrats to the XRP holders. You've suffered long enough. My God.
Oh, I agree, bro. And I think, but if you look at the tech, right? The tech of XRP compared to other tech outs there, it makes so much sense that it should be one of the top three tech.
Should be a cross-border payments system.
Exactly.
I use it for transfers all the time. I used to. I haven't for a while, but cheapest chips to send, and it gets there in 1 second, man. It would beat Solana as far as speed.
Exactly.
The only, I think, annoying thing for people, sometimes you've got to put a memo in or whatever, you've got to put that but you know what, once you get used to it, it's fine. But tech-wise, as far as cross-border payments go, dude, phenomenal, man. That's what I always thought. I always thought, man, if this gets allowed in to replace Swift, and what's the other one? Western Union. You know how you got people, overseas sending money around.
Yeah.
We've got people out there, you say in Africa, who are bankless,
Yes.
who use Western Union. I know because I'm from Africa, so I know people that do it. Not,
Yeah.
not these days so much, but 10 years ago, I knew family who was doing it. And they were spending, $60, $100 to do a transfer. And a transfer might be $300 and they're paying $100 to send it, or $50 to send it. So they lose a lot of the money. A lot of the money gets eaten up in friction. I don't know if a lot of the listeners know this, but that's what happens.
No, probably not.
So this is going to remove friction. And what removing friction does is it allows more liquidity to be in the market because it's not being swallowed up by fees. So, and it also allows, your granddad to send you some money and you not lose 30%. So that's very powerful for people without money. So this tech's cool, man. It's going to help. It's going to help people that need help. And it's going to help people like you to make money. So let's go.
I think you covered it perfectly. Like it's good for people that don't have money, and it's good for people that do have money.
Yes,
right?
The use case is phenomenal.
Cheaper. Exactly, and it's like they already have the tech integrated with massive banks and stuff out there as well.
Their partnerships are massive. And if I can only I may kick myself one day for selling those bags. I don't know, man, but I'm just gun shy to go heavier now because I don't want XRP to wreck me. Yeah. Imagine going and top blasting and then losing half. I'll be pissed, dude. I'll be so mad.
I only bought $5,000. I wish I did buy more.
Oh, you went heavier than me. I was I was half.
I bought $5,000 at about 2.3. I'm gonna say around there. Yeah. So I mean, we're up 40%. I think already on that trade. So. Yeah, I mean, I did wish. I mean, it's probably a good trade, like segue into what we're looking at in the market at the moment too. What did you buy during that dip? Because I sent a massive list out to GTG about all the different tokens I was buying, and I'll cover that in a second. It was mainly AI, and then exposure into some of the top altcoins as well. But what did you buy during that dip?
I bought nothing but Bitcoin. Okay. I didn't get my alts. I didn't get the entry I wanted. I in saying that, it possibly still wouldn't have been a bad idea to top up on some of the ones I want. But I must say that Bitcoin pump out of the channel actually caught me a bit off guard. On the daily. But I don't mind that, to be honest, myself. I mean, not everyone's going to be in the same position as I am, but like you and me, Greeny, I sold a decent chunk at 108. Yeah. So I've got a lot of dry powder, man, so to be honest, now I'm kind of in the position I think we all dream to be in. E.g., what I mean by that is I've got fairly decent sized bags, but I've got decent sized dry powder that if the market decides to pull back, I can come back in quite heavily if I like. But I'm being quite, for this bull market, I'm being careful redeploying capital because I know sometimes mistakes I've made in the past is I get a win, I re-enter the market, or I step back up to the casino, the blackjack table, and the fucking dealer takes my money. So I'm trying not to give the casino my money back. So to answer your question a lot shorter, I bought Bitcoin heavily from 90 to 93. Okay. The thought process there is I went in quite heavy, and I'm happy to take 30 or 50% on the move. I'm not looking for a 2x. 30% I'm selling aggressively back out. Yeah. And then if it pulls back, I'll buy harder than I went.
Okay, yeah, cool. And what targets are you setting? What time frame are you setting for this trade?
Okay. So time frame's hard because obviously I'm having to follow the chart. But looking on the daily now, man, if I was to give a time frame, I'm hoping to get out in the next 4 to 12 weeks. If I'm going to give a time frame on the exit, it's, as you know, the tricky part now for me, and the daily looks great, by the way.
It does. It
sounds fucking sweet. So it looks like it wants higher. But I'm 60-40. I'm now 60%. I think we go higher, and I'm 40%. I'm 30%. I wonder if it'll still sweep the low again. What I mean by that is maybe 88, 89. But now that it touched that, I don't know if they're going to let us have it again.
Particularly Trump coming in, I don't know either.
Yeah,
I think
it's done. I think the damage might have been done.
Yeah, if we get 97, I probably long at 97.
Yeah, I think if we have another pullback, I then think we're going to go into the 80s.
Yeah,
I think they'll hurt us more.
I agree. I think like a simple range, like this is, as you just said, like there's two patterns I'm looking at currently. The red is obviously the range, which has been pretty much a very consistent way to short or to see deviations as well. We bounce exactly off so many levels.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the 0.25 where
So
the liquidity
clean,
go.
dude.
89. Okay, I drew this weeks ago.
Yeah.
Drew this. Look at this. Two times, chat. Look at this. 1 and 2. Twice it hit.
Normally pretty
Even
good double tap too, man.
Exactly. That was like
Double bottom.
that captures all that previous liquidity from over here, even captures this block here.
Yeah.
The only untapped liquidity is obviously from the bottom of the range at 85K. So, and if you match that with the, I need to change this, but the 200-day moving average as well, that's why I said the lowest I think BTC goes would be this. So it's moved up very aggressively. So it's up to 79,500. So for me, that's the lowest I think BTC goes if we experience a pullback.
70, 79, 77, 79, 80 is my, I mean, if it breaks below there, we're probably in a bit of shit. You know, we're probably on a big downtrend, and then I'm going to reevaluate my life at that point in the bull market.
Yeah, agreed.
So as long as we hold that 79 level, I think we're all gravy, man. I mean, I know people shit their pants on this comment, but I wouldn't. Part of me wouldn't mind visiting there, but I know I might need to change my undies if we hit 79, man. Just from a, you know what from the downtrend point of view, I'm like, I would personally prefer just a nice clean bounce up and out now.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think we consolidate for a little bit longer. I think BTC dominance has maybe another week or two, maybe 3-4 weeks max left, and then it's altcoin season. And I've said this for probably over a year. Q1 is probably my local top, if not the cycle top.
Yeah.
I do hazard a guess that we could get to, I scheduled a tweet actually. So for me, my target remains 155K.
Yeah.
If you have a look at this chart, guys, this is the index.
That's your top target, Greeny?
I based on history, Bitcoin does hit its 3.618. However, to get there this cycle, it's obviously astronomical in terms of the liquidity that has to be entered. However, Craig, we have the ETF demand, we have Trump coming in, we have BTC reserve strategy. So, man, I think my short-term price target would be 155.
150, bro. I'm pretty heavily out there, to be honest.
Yeah. However, I do think it gets to 200K. I do. Like, the more I think about it, I just don't think it gets to 200K in Q1. I think it gets to 200K maybe September-ish, October-ish maybe this year.
And I think you may have to hold your nuts between Q1 and Q3, Q4, bro. That's the problem, man, is you'll see a peak or a local top, like you said, and you may have to eat shit for well, probably you might have to pull, but you might have a pullback for 4 to 6 months. Yeah, which for some people is going to sting if it happens. May not happen, guys. We might just go up the whole way. But my experience in bull runs is they don't give it to us that easy. No. And, you know, something that I learned along the way is 80% of the move and 20% of the time. So be in position, because when this sends, it's going to send fast. It's going to hit a top and then pull back and probably consolidate for months. So you don't actually get long to sell tops, do you?
No, not at all. No. If you look at history, like you look at these tops,
it's like real fast because I was there.
So man, it's not long. It's like a week or two that it generally tops, and then it dumps to a lower high. Is traditionally how price works. But it's not surprising, Craig. You look like this fib that I've drawn is from the all-time high last cycle to the all-time low of this cycle. Yeah, and we're literally look at where we're just like it's Fibonacci, good, guys. Fibonacci. It's so easy. It's so easy. And look where we're finding resistance.
Nicely for us at the moment, Greeny.
Exactly.
And what I like about it, even though we kind of had a bit of a pullback, is the way it's even behaving in that channel.
Yeah.
It's just so clean, dude. Like for me, I mean, what are your thoughts there? We're going to bounce out and up, or we're going to pull back down to the bottom of the channel? I know that's almost a retard question, but
no.
Gut feeling.
No, I like the question because a lot of people are probably asking, Greeny, what happens next? Yeah. So, if we look at weekly stochastic momentum and monthly stochastic momentum, they are still very, like, I'd have to go to the index, but yeah, they're still very over sold. However, the monthly is above its pivot level, so we do have room for higher on the monthly. But on the weekly, we got to close the week above 106K for it to not go down at least. So momentum on the weekly is lower. Yep. On the monthly, it's actually higher. Yep. This leads me to a lot of, again, local high in Q1, in my opinion, if not cycle high. The other main catalyst that I spoke to GTG about this morning is the monthly stochastic momentum on BTC dominance. Now, this is a bearish wedge if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, dude.
Look
that
how
thing
long
wants to die so bad.
Exactly.
It's
And
gonna be a murder scene.
Look at how long it has spent in overbought territory. June 1st, all the way now, we are finally breaking down as of January 1st. So it spent 6 months in that overbought territory. It hasn't had a correction in that time. We're holding the last level of support / liquidity at about 57. But we still have potential weekly push up from here, or at least consolidation. Okay. Maybe we see it do this and then break down eventually, because right now we still could see it rally a little bit higher above the pivot level. So yeah, BTC dominance. But I asked you before what you bought. You said BTC only. I think that's a great play. I think, yeah, as you said, a 50%, 40%, 30% move from this level is completely warranted. I went the other way. I de-risked some of my BTC at 100K again. I took profits. I was like, look, Greeny, you've been into BTC from about 25 to 30K. That's about a 3-4x. I was like, okay, now this is the time of the cycle, right, over the next sort of 6 months, over the next maybe 3 months, where you really start to see altcoins come into their own as BTC dominance is showing me. I'm kind of front running BTC dominance dumping. I'm also looking at like Total 3, for example. It's still showing a lot of strength. Same again, it's consolidating its previous all-time high. So this excludes BTC and ETH. So for me, I was like, okay, Greeny, it's time to maybe make some decisions. This is actually breaking out live, guys, as we speak right now. That's a breakout right there. So for me, I was like, okay, what charts look really good? Okay, what charts look really good? So for me, I was like, okay, XRP seems a no-brainer. It's pulling back, so I bought $5,000 of that. Okay, Sui has been a mainstay for this cycle. I bought $5,000 of that. I did have Sui previously as well. Nia looks insane. Sexy and I were talking about this legit this morning. Like, let me just clean this up a little bit for you all. Okay, let me clean that up. Near looks insane. Okay, now not only does Near look really good here, okay, for spot, but it actually looks insane against its BTC pair as well, wherever that is in my chart list. I need to update my chart list. But BTC, Near BTC, right? If you want to be in altcoins that are showing strength against BTC as well. So if you look this is about to go crazy. Look at where stochastic is at the absolute bottom. So Near against BTC, you're going to go crazy. And if you can match that, obviously, with, and again, we took a long on Near this morning in GTG. If you can match that with, obviously, the USD chart as well, which it has bounced again off its 786 macro trend, this is going to send. So Near, I bought $5,000 in Near as well. I decided to buy $5,000 of AVAX. I think it's probably one of my favorite fundamental plays in crypto, particularly with the gaming narrative, maybe starting to take off as well. So I bought some of that. I obviously bought a lot of MOG as well. I do think that MOG probably isn't done yet. It could go lower from here. Do you still own some MOG, Craig?
Yeah. I still got a decent chunk of it. I sold a decent chunk at all-time high. When I say decent chunk, 40%.
Yeah, I sold
something around there. Yeah. So yeah, I've still got decent sized bags in it, and it's one of those plays because I've sold up and swung it like you have. Yeah. I'm pretty comfy to eat shit for a bit.
Yeah.
And I guess what I'm saying is I think this will have another crack.
Yeah,
I will just buy. I'm not selling around here. No way, man.
No,
I'll buy around here, but yeah, I'm not selling here. This I think's got life left in it. Timeline's still active. Holders go up. I still think meme coins are going to have another run. I think when altcoins go, these go. Don't know what order, but when Bitcoin dominance breaks down, I suspect these will send. I can't see how Pepe and MOG don't do awesome stuff. So shout out to those communities. I think we got good times ahead for those. Pepe,
I agree.
That looks all right, man. Like
I DCA'd back into Pepe and MOG after taking profits at 8 billion in Pepe and 1.5 billion on MOG. Yeah, I mean, like, and Craig, I remember the FUD that I got earlier in the cycle for swing trading MOG, and I've out traded everyone multiple times. Like, GG's, bro. That's
MOG's been a great swing trade, and actually so is Pepe. Pepe and MOG are really nice to swing, man. Maybe even more so MOG. MOG's quite volatile. People in that coin are emotional, eh?
Yeah, I do agree. MOG's been better at the swing trade than Pepe has. Yeah.
Yeah, Pepe, it's just explosive moves and then just long accumulation, hey?
Yeah. But another one that Sexy picked up at the lows was Whiff. I do think it may have bottomed off the swing low here as well. So definitely worth a dabble as well. And then I'll give you one more bit of alpha, guys, for free. Goat. Goat looks pretty good to me in this region. Might need to go a little bit sideways for a little bit longer, but Goat looks very nice here. So I picked up some spot.
Pretty bloody, eh?
Yeah, I picked up some spot. I bought a little bit of Farcoin the other day as well. You can't just fade some stupid, bloody, dumb narrative.
That coin, I never got into it, and people have printed on it, dude. Printed.
Yeah. So that's my thesis with that. Craig, NFTs. Do you still own any NFTs at the moment or nah?
Yep. So I've still got my Azukis. I missed the pump exit recently by about 15%, which I was a bit annoyed about. I wanted to sell one of my beans into the token Elo hype.
Yeah.
And then they had a big pullback, man. It was pretty ruthless on Azuki, actually. So I guess it was a combination of people not understanding the tokenomics and possibly confused about collector score and how it's going to affect them, and possibly confused about a snapshot being taken. So I think the Azuki team might have to just clear up a bit of that, maybe. But it looks like, what is it bouncing? Oh, yeah. As long as that OG heads above the 13 ETH mark, I'm pretty confident with. So I've still got my 2 beans and my elemental. I'm waiting now for a date or an allocation checker to come out. Yeah. And I will definitely be selling one of my beans into that pump. Because I don't want to ride that much stuff into a token, man. Hell no. Other NFTs, I got my 2 puppets, which have eaten shit the last month. They're down to my entry now. Wow, or even slightly below. So those are the ones I'm holding. I've still got a few Nat Cats, stuff like that. I've still got a few Ordinals. Runes, I'm still sitting tight. They've bought my Runes portfolio, as much as they've bled, have kind of just, my port doesn't really drop now. So I think we're probably at a bottom now, because no matter how bad shit gets, my port doesn't drop much lower. So anyone who wanted to exit, hey, a bit of Runes Alpha. Pups, obviously registered an entity. And I spoke to the founder and I said, why would someone register an entity? And he said, you register an entity to get market makers on board and for central exchanges. So do with that information what you will. But they were obviously gearing up to become the first rune that will have market makers, I suggest. He said, look, I'm not confirming that, but man, for me, that's, yeah. Anyway, and also to get exchanges on board. So I'm quite excited to see. Yeah, look at that. That looks ugly. Luckily, I did sell on the way up, not nearly as much as I should have. That was a bad trade by me. But I am hopeful that what's the word I'm looking for? The things are being built in the background that will facilitate this to still send. The frustrating part is the opportunity cost it's cost me holding money in this.
Yes.
Had it in other things and probably done a 3x in the time that I've held this.
Yes. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, opportunity cost is a bitch, which people don't think about enough. But I will say that my runes allocation is about 5% of my port. So even though I've got opportunity cost, I made sure we're small enough that I don't actually really care. My ego will care more than the money on my runes trade.
That's a point that people don't talk about enough. Like, everyone's like, oh, Greeny, why are you so quick to like sell something? Why are you so quick to jump out of that trend? Why'd you sell your Azuki? Why'd you sell your Mad Lad last year? Whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
It's the opportunity cost that you miss out on by holding that asset. So for me, like, the only reason I'm holding my Pudgy Penguin is because it is free. I bought it such a low point of time that I then have made money with the Pengu airdrop that covered my entry costs. So I'm holding that for free now. So as soon as I take profit, I could take profit today for 24 ETH, and that's
amazing
free.
Trade.
Or if I wait a little bit longer leading into Abstract, maybe I can sell it before Abstract at 50 ETH. Maybe I can sell it at 100 ETH, depending on that. Maybe I hold it into Abstract, get Abstract, and then sell my Pudgy and walk away with even more money. So the opportunity cost of so many trades is what so many people don't think about. Also entry. And I put this tweet up yesterday about my Azuki, why I sold my Azuki and why I bought Jirison instead. And so many people are like, Greeny, like it's against crypto Twitter rules to talk about why you're doing this and why you're doing this. And I'm like, it's fucking bullshit, mate. Like,
no one sells.
It's just fucking bullshit.
I sell, everyone. I like selling.
And
I make the most amount of money when I sell.
And there's nothing wrong with rotating your bags, okay, and talking about it, okay? So I'm out here to nullify all those crypto Twitter expectations about, oh, that's not protocol. Who made protocol, mate? No one made protocol. So for me, guys,
people did, man.
It's just like, so for me, I'm going to tweet my moves all the time. That's what I've done for the past 2 years. That's how I've grown the Greeny brand. And people value that because it is authentic education and they get insight into why I'm making my decisions. So no matter what, I'm fine to do that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you need to think about opportunity costs. You need to think about, okay, if I've got money in a meme coin or money in an asset like an NFT that it's not working for me in a more active way, then you're losing money even more so over time. So I would always advocate you should have more than 50% of your money probably in spot, okay? It should be in spot. Majority, if not way higher. Like mine's, I don't even know, I need to do some math, but probably like, mine would be about 50%. So, and then over time, I probably own about 20% in NFTs at the moment. And again, I'm probably going to be more risk out off, like take profit in those as the market starts to pump in the coming weeks. So it's just about, you want to be active as possible. And there's nothing wrong with talking about that on the timeline.
No. And the thing is, we're in a bull run now. So the opportunity to make money is as great as it's ever going to be.
Exactly.
And when the music stops, you'll be surprised how quickly your profit drops. And I remember very clearly, I'll give you guys a little bit of story time with Granddad Craig here. So we're in 2021, and I've made quite a lot of money on NFTs. I remember messaging a mate of mine, and he was like, man, those NFTs are pumping. You're killing it, blah, blah, blah. And I said, dude, I've got enough money in NFTs now to sell my NFTs, pay my house out, and my 2 cars in full cash.
Yeah.
I waited 2 months, and the money that were in NFTs wouldn't have even paid off a third of my house. Not even a fifth. So I'll give you some numbers. It went from about 500,000 to about 80,000. In 8 weeks. In 8 weeks, $420,000 less. That's quite a lot, man. 420,000. And that still haunts me. Yeah. So no amount of sell shaming on me will ever make me forget the pain of leaving 420 grand on the table. Dude, my house would be paid off, and I'd have 25 grand in my pocket if I done it. So mistakes were made, but hey, look, everyone's going to make it. And look, the people that are in their first cycle now, even after I've said that, are probably still going to do it because I had to do it and you had to do it. 2017, you probably had a few of these stories. In 21, probably NFTs more so.
Yeah.
But I can tell you now, that stings, man. So fuck what people think. You don't have to tell everyone you sell, but definitely take profit, guys. That's what we're here for. Otherwise, look, collecting's fun, man, but money's real fun.
Yeah,
collect money. It's real good.
If you're a collector, it's all about your entry. Still, it goes back to very simple programmatic responses, okay, which I outlined in that tweet. It's about your entry. And so for me with my Azuki, I was like, I probably should have stayed in your camp, Craig, with the lower assets in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm still learning, guys, but I'm outwardly learning and publicly posting that, okay? And that's right. I probably should have just held the smaller tokens. I probably would have made more ETH, actually, if I think about the numbers.
You probably would have been good going heavy in beans, sweeping 20 and then selling 20 at double the money. You would have made 10 ETH.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there you go. Like, instead, exactly. And I would have only put out 8 ETH. I put out 12.5 ETH on my anti-Azuki.
Still not bad. 2 ETH's all right. Right.
2 ETH's all right. I mean, it's so hard to price point in mid rare too, and that was my problem. I went for a mid rare based on gacha balls. They've come out. There's not much. Bad. Oh, it's just like and I think let's talk about this, Craig, because I think anime is going to do well. But my reasoning, again, that I'm not holding for longer is it's different because there's so many more complications in this compared to Pengu. Okay, sure, everyone's like, oh yeah, 7 million wallets got Pengu. Yes, but it was equally distributed between little pudgies, between someone on Sol, between someone on ETH, between someone who owned a big pudgy, someone who owned a rod, okay? You have so many unknowns with the anime drop. You've got collector's time. You've got gacha balls. You've got collector status points, okay? You've got other factors that they might be having in the back rooms that we don't even know about yet. That deteriorated my expectations of how good it could be. I saw some rough calculations that if it comes out at about $2 billion FDV, then a Azuki would probably get about, as in 1,000 points. Okay, one Azuki, 1,000 points, collector points. You would have got about 33K, about 30K as an airdrop. Okay. And so my thinking was, okay, that doesn't even cover my cost basis. So why on earth would I want to hold that asset?
No, you would not. You would sell into the hype for the ETH profit, in my opinion, unless you were determined to hold the asset because you loved Azuki. Then not a bad trade, because then you've got a 3 ETH asset.
Yeah.
But it may be, look, it may be worth, look, everyone will hate me for saying this, but if you're going to go that route and you really, it depends how badly you want to be in the ecosystem, but you could wait for the bear, man, and you'll pick up NFTs real cheap.
Exactly. And post airdrop, we saw Pudgies, which have the abstract airdrop as a catalyst for it to pump again, which we obviously have seen and get back to 25. They went from 34 to 15 in a day. Yes. What do you think Azuki is going to go to post airdrop?
It's definitely, it'll halve, in my opinion, if not more.
I think it'll go more. Yeah, I think it'll go back down to 4
obviously Pudgy's had a second catalyst coming.
Yeah.
Azuki, once the drops happened, I don't know what. I mean, look, this comes down to the imagination and skill of the team now.
Yes.
Because they're going to have to massage this enough to incentivize holders to not dump. So we'll see, right? I'm with you. Like, token drops always risky, man, because people want the money. I want the money, but myself, I'm not going to hold all 3 of those assets into the drop. In fact, I will be angry if I'm holding any more than 1.
Yeah.
In fact, I would likely hold none.
Yeah.
To be honest. That. And then what I wouldn't mind doing is buying the blood.
Yeah, not bad.
If it goes low enough, and I don't mean in Azuki, well, maybe in Azuki OG, I don't know, man, but I just know the bear market comes soon enough. And if I really like their art, I'll buy it then for an E.
Exactly. And I agree with that take. And I think too many people get emotional, particularly in NFTs.
Yeah, because because you collect them and they're your PFP and they feel part of you. I remember it's so hard to sell them. It is hard to sell them, but that's actually that's almost the good part about them. If you're onto the game, you know how hard it is for people to sell it. Actually, if you can be ruthless, it gets easier.
Yeah.
And don't get attached, because money's, I mean, look, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, I think the art of Azuki's sick. I like what they've done with the ecosystem. I actually like that what they've done with the drop as far as collector score, rewarding holders. I like that. It may just not be as favorable for flippers.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Or for people that are entering more late, right? Which means you kind of in a way are, right?
Yes.
But yeah, and my last point about this before I do want to talk a little bit more. Are you concerned about the ambiguity with the anime distribution? In terms of Spirit DAO, we don't know how much they're going to get. We don't know the gacha points, or gacha balls, what they're going to do. Does time held actually make a big factor? Are you worried about the ambiguity with the unknowns?
I wasn't, but it looks like others were.
Yeah,
I think others were concerned that unless you had I think what triggered it was there was 2 camps. There was people that thought the capture balls or whatever they called were the alpha, and then there was me on the other side of the fence. I went the opposite way to you, and I went collector score points.
Yeah.
So I purposely hunted ones that had not spun theirs.
Yeah.
So they had high collector scores. But what ended up happening was they said, okay, we're cutting the captures, you'll automatically roll.
Yeah.
So it automatically rolled my points, and I ended up I had one with heaps of points, and it rolled captures and got nothing good. So then for me, that wasn't ideal, because if captures are going to capture tokens, I would have been better to hunt capture balls like you did that were rare versus what I did. So it actually not fucked me, but it kind of, the strat I had was now null and void. But I think the allocation you get for those capture balls, they said in the Discord, won't be too heavy. What that means, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think there's
the unknown obviously scared a few people.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, like there's several reasons. And the reasons I then bought Jirison is because they have several catalysts coming up, and so I was like, and again, I bought 10 for like 8 ETH. And I still have 6 ETH left over from my Azuki trade that I'm not I can use for liquid plays, right? So it's like we spoke about before. It's about opportunity costs and taking calculated risks to essentially reduce your downside risk. Your downside exposure is what you need to think about all the time.
And with you having 10 of those NFTs, it actually gives you a lot of flexibility, man.
Yes.
Like you can sell 7 into the pump, and if you flip well, the 3 will be free, and the 3 will collect allocation drops for how long, man. That's almost, I won't say a no lose play, but having that many is quite good. It would take quite a big fuck up for you to lose money there, really, I think.
I do agree. Yeah. And like, that's it. Like,
then, right?
Yeah. And it means that I don't have as much like risk on the table. I don't have 14 ETH in a particular
which is a lot, which is quite a lot in, I mean, because not the issue, but the thing is you've got a pudgy worth a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
So for me, you've kind of killed the ETH NFT trades. The last thing you want to do is overplay your hand, man.
Exactly.
Which you may be tempted to do because you had so much ETH, you made so much ETH from your play that you probably feel like they're burning a bit of a hole in your wallet, and you're like, oh, let me do something with this money.
Exactly.
You could just hold for ETH to pump, man.
I know, and that's
money.
And I do think that ETH maybe
double.
Yeah, I agree. I think ETH might
the profit will double. So dabbling in NFTs to, like, for instance, let me go back. Say you bought your Azuki for 14 ETH. For you to double, it's got to go to 28. But for ETH for you to double your money in ETH, it has to go to 7K.
Yeah,
I'm definitely more certain on ETH doubling than I am on Azukis.
Same. And I literally. I love that you brought that point up because I literally spoke about that in my thread as well. I said the 2x for me is either in ETH or a Jiricin at 0.8 to 1.6. Far more feasible 2x. Now, to give you some stats, Craig, because I know you just spoke about it. My portfolio worth right now with my 20 Jiricin and with my Pudgy Penguin is worth 42 ETH, okay? And my cost basis is only 24.85. So I'm up 17 ETH of profit, 18, about 17 ETH of profit in that time. And I do think that could go even more. And I'll likely sell my Pudgy into the abstract airdrop. I think.
What do you think they will end up going for? Do you reckon you'll get 50?
I think I'll get 50 to 100.
Wow. Yeah, man, that's going to be unreal.
It's such a hard play, that one. Like we knew Pengu, we knew a little bit about how much it would likely be before. So I was like, okay, no, it's definitely worth holding. If abstract's a bit more ambiguous, I probably sell my Pudgy, maybe buy a little Pudgy so I have some exposure.
Yeah.
And then I just because if it gets to 50 ETH, Craig, like let's just talk about that for a second. Like you just said before, with your house,
175K.
Is that right? That's 276,000 Australian dollars.
Oh yeah, right. Well, yeah, right. Yeah, 50. Yeah. Oh, Aussie. Yeah.
So that's $250,000. Like that is just stupid. So
Q Mill, man. Q Mill would be it would be on the page of life changing because the thing is what you can do with that money is astronomical as a trader. Like you can turn a Q Mill, a $250,000 by next bull into millions. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, easily.
If this bull market's got anything to go by, you could your 5-10x it.
Yeah. So
5-10x, I mean, shucks, man. Imagine 2.5 mil.
Yeah, woo. Ridiculous, eh? No, so I think that's my play. Is rotate that. My Jiricin play, not sure. I haven't really thought about that too much yet. We'll see how the redacted token goes. I do know top 100 holders will be rewarded. So I am in the top 100, but I might need to pick up 1 or 2 more just to secure that place as well. But yeah, that's pretty much my plays at the moment. So, Craig, anything else you want to talk about at the end of the stream, mate?
Not really. I'm just I'm excited to see where Bitcoin goes from here. So for me personally, my trading now, I'm just kind of watching Bitcoin and see what that decides to do because obviously that's going to lead the way for everything else. And I'm pretty pumped for an altcoin run and meme coin run now. It seems like it's been a little while since I've taken some profits. I'm pretty keen on feeling that sell button get clicked, man. I feel like it's time. I haven't sold in a couple of months, so I'd like to heavily offload some Bitcoin and some Solana. I'd like to get rid of some of those. They're weighing me down a bit, so
I like that.
But no, man, the market looks like it's in a super strong place. Bull market seems like it's well intact.
Yeah.
Bitcoin looks like it's in a great range. Looks like we're going higher. Like you said, Q1 looks amazing. So, man, exciting times ahead. And hopefully this Yaps thing ends up being big, man, because that could be a real nice cherry on the top. Like you mentioned, maybe this goes a couple of months. That would still put us in Q1, Q2.
Yeah.
Man, that on top of all the profit taking I spoke about everywhere else, plus that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm keen on one big, dirty, filthy heist like this. Something really stupid. I've been waiting for something to come around in this market. Like I spoke to you last time, like DeFi or something. I'm waiting for a new product to come that actually goes to numbers that it shouldn't. And maybe Yaps is that product. You know, something that catches everyone off guard that seems so obvious in hindsight, whereby everyone gets involved. The market cap of said token goes to something like Time Wonderland or whatever, where people stupid times where people get wrecked, dude. Like, and that's what's coming in a bull market: volatility and emotions and price swings that are humongous. So this is for me, probably the hardest part of the bull run now. So I'm watching the charts closely. So yeah, that was a big rant. So what am I? I'm excited, bro. Let's go. Fucking let's go.
The last thing I want to talk about is I think Photon / BullX airdrops could be that.
You reckon be good?
Could be the real absolute sender. I know there's a lot of money in those platforms, and
might have to start using it again.
And a lot of farmed volume on the platform. So yeah, my opinion, those sorts of platforms could be very rewarding. Obviously, if they do launch a token, which we all lean towards they will, but whether they do or not, we don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I might start dabbling. I did used to use it a lot before BullX.
Yeah.
But are you finding it pretty good to use now? You've been using it now for a while.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I actually prefer the platform to BullX personally.
You do? Okay, maybe I need to go back and check it out. Yeah, I used it a lot. And I've got some decent volume on there. So
yeah,
I should probably go back and milk it a bit if there could be a token coming on, because BullX pays out daily versus this, which might be a lump sum, huh?
But I do think that BullX has its own token coming soon as well.
Well, that'll be fucking brilliant, dude. I think we're going to have a fun Q1, Q2, everybody.
I think there's like
shitcoins.
If you haven't, exactly. If you haven't been in crypto before, this is like, it's going to be wild. Okay. It is going to be astronomically wild, like levels you cannot even comprehend.
You're going to get paid money for doing stupid shit. So
you're going to get,
my biggest tip is do lots of stupid shit. And I don't mean buying all the coins. I mean, participate in ecosystems right now. Don't even worry if it bores you. Get in there like it's your job and start hustling, because the money that can come from this might be better than your actual job.
Exactly. And I think that's key. You got to and always relate it back to your everyday job, or your what an average income is in your country. And then that's where you go, okay, shit, I need to take some profits off the day.
Yeah. So, guys, bull run time, emotions are getting high. And don't forget to take profit, because that's what we're here for. Here to make friends, I guess, but profit's pretty sweet too. There's nothing like having rich friends around you too. So, come with me, guys. Come with me.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Well, I think that'll do for today. We've an hour and a half stream, Craig. Thanks for joining me, mate. It's great to be back.
Yeah, shout out John Doe, who was down there pestering me. What's he? He's arf, whatever those fat seals are. But yeah, it's been great to be back with you, Greeny. We'll stream again. I think we're going to start again next week.
Yeah,
next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. Tuesday, Thursdays. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, nice one, man.
All right. Cheers, Craig. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Absolute banger episode. Watch it back, guys. It's live on YouTube, or the replay will be on YouTube, so you will be able to watch it back. But as always, guys, give us a follow. Craig's Coin Purse, Greeny Trades on all platforms. Please support us. We've been doing this for over a year now. It's pretty crazy. Probably a year and a half, nearly. Yeah. So it's wild. But we'll be spending a lot of time in 2025 giving you lots of free alpha. So yeah, be sure to follow / subscribe if you don't already.
And it was recorded, guys. So we'll post some links. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Legends.
Easy. Have a good weekend. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Peace.
Greeny. See you guys.